Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the making of the weekly update. This is Blue Maxima here, as always. So, I've been meaning to do one of these for a long time, I just never got around to it, and then last week when I tried to do it with the Tokyo Game Show update, Cam Studio turns out to suck for this sort of thing, so I had to go and find a new tool. Problem was I had already recorded 90 something minutes of footage, but considering Cam Studio can't hold more than 4 gigabytes of a file at once, I lost all the video, but I still kept the audio for some reason. I do not have any clue why. But this is going to be the making of video. What we have here is the script. This is the script. I've already written this beforehand because, to be perfectly honest, it's the most boring part of actually doing one of these things, just looking through all the news. And as you can see here, it is actually rather complete. I don't usually write the first and last paragraph until I've done the recording because I just get really bored writing the script. Now, how I record my clips is I use the built-in sound recorder tool in Windows, as you can see in the top left. It is very goddamn useful. It works almost perfectly. There's nothing bad I can say about it. I take the full WMA clips this thing puts out and I put them straight into the videos. I have no complaints. It works extremely well. Usually what I do is the ever so famous catchphrase, hello and welcome to the Vita Weekly Update. I record that every single time because I usually use it as a form of sound test. So we have the script and we have the sound recorder. Hello and welcome to the Vita Weekly Update, where I take the news of the week and compress it into a bite-sized video. See, it really is just that simple. It works really well. These are all the clips I put up from the last recording, because sometimes I forget to delete them from here, and I have gone to my downloads folder, which will probably completely screw my... Yeah, I'll just open this for now. Clips, I'll just get rid of all of them because I already have backups. First clip is clip 1. The best thing I like to do is after I record every clip, I like to listen to it afterwards because it's a good way to actually check if the clip is any good or not, which I really should do more often. Hello and welcome to the Vita Weekly Update, where I take the news of the week and compress it into a bite-sized video. Yeah, that sounded perfect. So what happens is, Sound Recorder usually, it defaults the folder that it saves to my documents. So I have to put clips in here as a folder at the very top. And if I don't want to save a particular thing to clips, because if you click stop recording, it'll prompt you to save, and if you don't save, it'll keep recording on the end of that recording, which is pretty silly. So if I want to save a crappy recording and start from the beginning, I just shove it straight in here. And there's all these untitled files, which are all my outtakes. Sometimes I go through them, sometimes I can't be bothered and I just delete them, but, you know, hearing me say the same swear word over and over again at the end of a recording just isn't that funny, so I usually don't put those outtake clips out very much. So, okay, well, it's about time I started recording the actual script, so let's start with line 1. FIFA 13 has been released on PS Vita this week, with many user reviews on both Amazon and Metacritic calling it an outright copy-paste of FIFA Football, which was released earlier this year with the Vita on launch. They claim mainly a roster update, even though a lot of new features were advertised for this version. Yeah, that's pretty much it. That actually sounded quite good, other than the little copy-paste slip-up, but I think I can get away with that. Let's just have a listen. FIFA 13 has been released on PS Vita this week, with many user reviews on both Amazon and Metacritic calling it an outright copy-paste of FIFA Football, which was released earlier this year with the Vita on launch. They claim mainly a roster update, even though a lot of new features were advertised for this version. Yeah, that sounds like bloody perfect. Yeah, that sounds fine. Sometimes this goes really smoothly, and sometimes I screw it up so many times I want to throw my laptop out the nearest window. So let's move on to the next line. Table Ice Hockey is also out this week, a new AR game which includes a hockey tournament mode, visually customizable teams, features like in-game fights and fouls, and unlockable stadiums and teams, and of course, trophies. The game is available now for €2, £1.59 or $2 US. That really couldn't have gone better, that went perfectly. Damn. Let's just give that a listen. Table Ice Hockey is also out this week, a new AR game which includes a hockey tournament mode, visually customizable teams, features like in-game fights and fouls, and unlockable stadiums and teams, and of course trophies. The game is available now for €2, £1.59 or $2 US. Yes, well, yeah, that's pretty much perfect as well. It's surprising how smoothly this is going. I've usually made one stuff up by this point. I'm still getting used to this whole recording videos thing. It's so weird. I mean, like, I've been doing this for 3 months and I still make beginner mistakes sometimes. If any of you are wondering how I write these scripts, I usually just go through the r/Vita subreddit on Reddit and pick out most of the news from there, and if I remember something else happening that wasn't particularly mentioned on Reddit, I'll shove it in here as well. The thing is, though, usually I put up most of the news that goes on the Vita subreddit anyway, so it's like, I use the subreddit as my own list of stuff that's happened, and then I just do it for the weekly update. It's really that simple. And if you're wondering how I write the scripts, I usually try and stay as what's the word, middle of the road as possible, as average as possible. Don't try and weave off into bad or good, as long as it stays black or white. Like FIFA 13 being called an outright copy and paste. Well, that's a true fact. I can't really sugarcoat that in any way. So, let's move on to New Little King's Story. New Little King's Story is out this week in several European regions. The game is an updated and enhanced port of the Wii game Little King's Story, with a new romance aspect and new features such as touch controls, co-op play, and DLC. The game will be out next week in the US, but it will be a digital download only. Yeah, that sounded outright perfect too. That's what the hell is going on? Why am I getting this so perfect on video? New Little King's Story is out this week in several European regions. The game is an updated and enhanced port of the Wii game Little King's Story, with a new romance aspect and new features such as touch controls, co-op play, and DLC. The game will be out next week in the US, but it will be a digital download only. Oh, well, that was very good as well. Okay, moving on to Gravity Rush. Gravity Rush was recently given the Game of the Year award at the Tokyo Game Show. Director Kiichiro Toyama took to Twitter afterwards to tease a sequel, as you can see on the screen right here. No details released other than it's a secret, obviously. Now, I plan to actually put that on the screen during the during the video, but I just, put that there because it's nice to have that sort of interaction between the video and the audio. Gravity Rush was recently given the Game of the Year award at the Tokyo Game Show. Director Kiichiro Toyama took to Twitter afterwards to tease a sequel, as you can see on the screen right here. No details released other than it's a secret, obviously. That was great, except for that gap between me saying the guy's name. Yeah, I'll be able to edit that out later, thankfully. It's actually I could actually do that in Premiere Pro, because it's really nice for audio editing on the fly when you just need to cut stuff out. Actually, that should be a rough release date, because that's not a release date would probably mean something prompt, like a day and a month. That's just a month. Excuse me. My chin's a bit sore today. I can't figure out why. Alright, let's move on. Persona 4 Golden has received a rough release date for Europe, with NIS bringing it to the region during February 2013 on behalf of Atlas. The game will be region-free though, so if you're really hankering for a Persona fix, you can always import the American version. Yeah, that sounded pretty great. Let's just check. Persona 4 Golden has received a rough release date for Europe, with NIS bringing it to the region during February 2013 on behalf of Atlas. The game will be region-free though, so if you're really hankering for a Persona fix, you can always import the American version. Okay, great. No problem there. Okay, Sly Cooper then. The newest Sly Cooper game, Thieves in Time, will be out on February 5 for the PS3 and PS Vita at both retail and the PlayStation Network. The game will support cross-buy, so that if you buy the PS3 version anywhere, you'll get the Vita version over PSN at no extra cost. There are also pre-order costumes for those who do pre-order. Great. I have usually stuffed up at least once. I cannot believe this is going so well. The newest Sly Cooper game, Thieves in Time, will be out on February 5 for the PS3 and PS Vita at both retail and the PlayStation Network. The game will support cross-buy, so that if you buy the PS3 version anywhere, you'll get the Vita version over PSN at no extra cost. There are also pre-order costumes for those who do pre-order. Yeah, great, no problem. DJ Max time. This is for the longest phrase, and this is the longest line in the entire script, so this will probably be where I stuff up. If I have to go for any longer than 20 seconds, I will usually stuff it up somewhere. As I'm playing a really long level, we'll be planning without being expected to die. Okay. DJ Max Technica Tune will release in the US on October 26th through online retailers, with a PS Store release to come later. The game will retail for the unusual high price of $49.99 US. A limited edition bundle will be available only from the game's website, which includes the game, several individual accessories for the Vita, an art book and a soundtrack. No info on a European release. What the hell? Why is this going so well? This never goes this well. This is insane. DJ Max Technica Tune will release in the US on October 26th through online retailers, with a PS Store release to come later. The game will retail for the unusual high price of $49.99 US. A limited edition bundle will be available only from the game's website, which includes the game, several individual accessories for the Vita, an art book and a soundtrack. No info on a European release. Yeah, sounded great, really. Okay, Over My Dead Body. That's an interesting one, actually. I've never heard of that one, but yeah, apparently it was popular enough on PlayStation 1 to warrant a sequel. So, let's go. Over My Dead Body, a PlayStation 1 Japanese RPG, is receiving a sequel going by the same name for the Vita. The original game chronicled a family cursed to live for only 2 years, and their attempts to stop said curse. Yep, that's it. I knew I was going to stuff it up somewhere. I knew that was going to happen. Yeah. Wonderful. Yeah, that's not going into an outtake reel of any sort, because it was just bloody bad. Let's try that again, shall we? Over My Dead Body, a Japanese PlayStation 1 RPG, is receiving a sequel going by the same name for the Vita in Japan. The original game chronicled a family cursed to live for only 2 years, and their attempts to stop said curse. There's currently no release information for inside or outside Japan. There it is, there we go. I had to jinx myself by saying it multiple times, didn't I? Oh, I haven't stuffed up before. Oh, blah 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 blah. I'm a moron. Let it be said, I am a moron. Let's just listen to that. Over My Dead Body, a Japanese PlayStation 1 RPG, is receiving a sequel going by the same name for the Vita in Japan. The original game chronicled a family cursed to live for only 2 years, and their attempts to stop said curse. There's currently no release information for inside or outside Japan. Wonderful. Final line. This was over really damn quickly. I mean, considering that I had to... you should see how much I had to record. I had to record like 20 clips for the last weekly update, the Tokyo Game Show edition. And yeah, that that didn't end very well. Alright, Tokyo Jungle. Tokyo Jungle, a recent oh, I stuffed that up at the very beginning. That was wonderful. Let's try that again. Tokyo Jungle, a recently released PS3 game about animal survival in deserted Japan, will soon receive a patch for remote play on the PlayStation Vita. It joins games like the Ico and God of War HD collections in having remote play support. No date for the patch was given. Brilliant. Yeah, okay. Good, very good. That's very, very good indeed. Tokyo Jungle, a recently released PS3 game about animal survival in deserted Japan, will soon receive a patch for remote play on the PlayStation Vita.
It joins games like the Ico and God of War HD collections in having remote play support. No date for the patch was given.
Brilliant. Okay. Almost done. Just need one more final clip. Let's see how long this is going for. 2 minutes 53. Okay, that's actually kind of short. But, you know, there's a lot of news. A very big amount of news. So we're fine. Alright. Now I'm going to write this down because every time I've tried to do this line unscripted, I have always stuffed it up. I always have stuffed it up. It's the final line, the outro. That's it for this week. Oh god, what would I usually put here? Just here's a question. Have you played Little Big Planet Vita? No, wait. No, I gotta make it something that's relevant to the what's in the update. Let's have a look. Slug Trooper, DJ Max, Over My Dead Body, Tokyo Jungle. Okay, that'll do. What PS3 game would you like to see compatible with remote play for the PS Vita? Like, comment, subscribe, and share the video around if you liked it. See you next week. That's it. That's good. That works perfectly. So, let's do that again. That's it for this week. Here's a question. What PS3 game would you like to see compatible with remote play for the PS Vita? Like, comment, subscribe, and share the video around if you liked it. See you next week. Clip 11.
That's it for this week. Here's a question. What PS3 game would you like to see compatible with remote play for the PS Vita? Like, comment, subscribe, and share the video around if you liked it. See you next week.
Yeah, that's great. So, I'll be damned if I know why that happens. Why does it always come up with that? It comes up with that if I try to open clips too fast.
Welcome to the Vita Weekly Update.
Okay, we're good. We're good. This recording session went really short. 3 minutes and 5 seconds. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy that and move it over. Now, I keep all my Vita Weekly Update related files on my E drive. As you can see, I have a lot of crap here. I'll let you guess what's in all of those folders. But here's the Weekly Update folder. Yes, it is a complete and utter mess. The problem is, though, if I try and adjust any of it, the system I use to make these videos will simply stop working entirely. So let's just copy these into the Weekly Update 15 folder I have here, because that's the way I usually do things. Now, this right here, this project file that I have up highlighted in blue, it is the template. I copy the template every time I wish to make a video and paste it in here. It has everything set up for me, so I don't have to spend lots of time in pre-production just getting ready for the thing. First thing I want to do, though, is before I really start making anything... Sorry about that, my fingers hit my bedspread. The first thing I want to do is make a... is not make anything. I want to go and find the video clips I require for the video. So, let's just move this over here, shall we? Now, I need to get clips for several games. I usually use the console versions if I can, because they look better on video. That's pretty much all there is to it, really. So let's just move this down so I can see what I'm looking for. I need to get a lot more, clips, because you seem to be commenting on a few new games. For example, FIFA 13. Let's get the Gamescom trailer. Alright, cool. Yep, good enough. Now, this is a website called savemedia.com. If you replace the YouTube in any YouTube URL with Save Media, you will be able to download pretty much any video on YouTube in several different video formats when it decides it wants to actually do it. It's usually a lot faster. Oh, if only I could whistle, because this usually doesn't take this long. No, it doesn't. Huh? Well, I guess that's not working. Plan B. I have a YouTube downloader program right here. I'll just open that up. Free studio, free YouTube download. I want to show you guys something. Free YouTube download. this is the web page for it. I get the biggest spam, this program will not work thing from this program. But to be perfectly honest, it works perfectly. It is honestly the best YouTube downloader program. You can download entire channels, entire playlists, pretty much anything from this bloody thing, and you can customize it as well, so it shows up in several different formats. I even have a custom one somewhere which lets me output to just the audio, which would be very useful indeed. But for now, I'm unfortunately stuck with just downloading this. So I'll just leave this in the queue for now, because I have a few more I need to go get. The next clip I need to go get is table ice hockey. Now I know there's a blog post on the EU PlayStation blog, which has it. See? If I just copy the video URL, paste it in here, replace this with oh well, no, I can't do that, can I? I'm just used to doing that. So let's just go and watch it. Click the download link. There we go. That should have just added to the queue immediately. New Little King Story. I know I have a copy of a trailer for that somewhere. I just need to find it. Usually I copy and paste a lot of footage because it's faster than going and downloading what will probably be the same clip every time by accident. And then I just copy it straight into the same folder. Next clip is Gravity Rush. Oh god, how many times have I used the same clip for that? But to be perfectly honest, I cannot find anything better. If I could find anything better, I really would, I swear to god. But I just can't. It's really quite amazing how many times you can use the same clip. I will find it eventually, I promise. Where is it? Where is it? I need to find it. It's... There we go. Gravity Rush launch trailer. There. I have it. Next clip. Persona 4 Golden! I used that clip last week. Brilliant. Back, yeah, Sly Cooper. I haven't used a single Sly Cooper clip yet. So... this'll do. Gamescom trailer. Download. And back to YouTube so it doesn't play while I'm trying to talk. Yeah, this is actually going quite nicely. DJ Max... Technica Tune. I actually have Thingo. I actually have the DJ Max PSP game that's up on the store on the Vita. It is really quite nice. I do enjoy it, but the thing is, it's a bit light on content. I can't play 6 tracks, I can't play the remixes, because I'm simply too dumb, aka I have horrible reflexes. I also have, you know, problems with hand-eye coordination, because I've, yeah. Over My Dead Body trailer. Yeah, as you can see, sometimes I have problems with this. Vita. Here we are, Over My Dead Body for PS Vita. In full HD. Well, not full HD, in 720p. I usually try and get videos at 720p, but sometimes I just can't avoid it. Because of several different problems. Because I'll show you later on in the video editing process why this thing is, because I have a trailer of Persona 4 Gold in those 360p and will work perfectly for demonstrating. And finally, Tokyo Jungle. And we just wait for these to finish checking. They will do it eventually, it just needs time. There, we're done. Let's just take these videos, all 6 of them, This will be nice though. If I ever have to comment on these things again, I will never have to dig out their clips and copy all 6 over to my secondary hard drive. That's pretty nutty. So now that we have all the clips we need, all of them, it's time to take care of another matter. The logo. I have only very recently started actually photoshopping new logos in. I'll just close these now because I don't really need them. I've only just started recently photoshopping these in because people started to get bored of Snake looking at them. So what I want to do is I want to go and find a full-size screenshot of what would arguably be one of the latest games. I used Little Big Planet Vita last week and I don't want to go using it again. And there will be new games out pretty much every week. So I think I'm going to go with Table Ice Hockey. If I can... Yeah, 500 by 281. Look, why? Why did they use such crappy resolutions? It doesn't make any sense. Let's just hit large. And I get completely unrelated images. Let's see if that blog post actually has full-size screenshots, because if it doesn't, I will not understand why. $960 by 544, thank you! You make my job easy, Sony. Thank you very much. Oh, man. Sometimes I get so frustrated with this crap. Anyway, let's just open up. Like, if you had seen my my weekly update 15, I got so frustrated because I had to find so many images for so many things, and none of them were in any particularly large thing. It was like they took all the photos on the most previous one's potato. Let's just open up the logo, shall we? As you can see, it is the Vita logo, the Vita Weekly Update logo. This is poorly photoshopped, yes. See, I have everything on different layers. It's, you know, it looks okay, and also, the Reddit alien, which I never removed from the source file. Oh, I'm such a kid. Let's import, or rather just drag and drop this in. Yeah, okay. Beautiful. See, this is mainly for US people because I run on a United States PlayStation Network account. So yeah, I usually try and include what is most relevant to Americans at the time. I know I have a lot of US and Europe, but I you know, if you focus on one region, it's usually the best way to go. I might want to zoom in on this because this is actually place. It looks okay. Let's just zoom in. Yeah, that works well. Fine. Actual pixels. Yeah, cool. Yeah, that works fine. So let's just save this and save it as a PNG because I will need it to replace the intro. Doesn't really matter what settings I use. It looks fine anyway. And right here we have the finished thing. Yeah, it looks fine. Yeah. Last week I used the red Vita. I probably should use a blue Vita or something this week, but nah, I like red better than blue, and it gets all the screen time. Okay, we have everything we need, I guess. Yeah, that went really quickly. It usually doesn't take that little time to get everything up and sorted. Let's just open this up, shall we? It is, yeah, I hate this crap. Let's just keep going on and 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 on. Come on, hurry up, open up, please. It's probably going to be really slow because I'm recording my entire desktop at the same time. So, just while this loads in the background, who would want square 75 of a widescreen 960 by 544 image? That doesn't make any sense. Who would want that? That's so stupid. Anyway, Adobe Premiere Pro. As you can see, template, untitled, template. The only reason I open Adobe Premiere Pro these days is to edit my video files. And yeah, this is Thankfully, I have a fair amount of experience with it. Weekly update 15 template. Anytime it wants to open. There we go. Yeah, this is it basically. This is the Adobe Premiere Pro interface. Oh, will you go away, please? Thank you. Now, first things first, replace the intro. Replace the footage with the brand new logo, and see, it replaces it just fine. This is basically the editing thing. Up in the top left is the properties for the files that you have selected, as you can see there, video effects. Yeah, and bottom right here is the timeline. Bottom left is my resources. Top right is the video preview. This is actually really slimmed down. I've taken out a lot of things. So let's make a new bin. This is what I usually do. I make bins for everything. So let's do audio, for example. Select everything. I'm using keyboard commands for half of this because I'm actually really good at keyboard commands. Imports all the files into there like that. Now let's do the video side of things. Very nice. Let's just, and yeah, I'm going to be saving this every 5 minutes because that's just how I do things. What I want to do is every clip that I want to put in, I have to increase the audio decibel amount by 5 because people complain this is actually really quiet on mobile devices. And when I went and looked up one of my older videos on the Vita, because I actually watch the videos on Vita sometimes to make sure they turn out okay, it's really strange because it comes out really goddamn quiet. I guess my PC speakers are actually really freaking loud for some reason. Alright, so let's get to work. Clip 1. Let's put the volume up by 5 and have a listen.
Hello and welcome to the Vita Weekly Update, where I take the news of the week and compress it into a bite-sized video.
Okay, that works fine. Now, let's just put in clip 2. I usually do this by ear, so I listen to the clip, and then I just put in whatever game it is.
FIFA 13 is...
FIFA 13. Now, this is the way I do video. I unlink it. I unlink it from the video from the audio, so I delete the audio afterwards. And then I scan the trailer, like this. And I basically look for the best place to start the trailer. So let's do it here. Then I just use the razor tool. Snip, snip. Delete, delete. Drag, drag. And also drag, drag backwards. And also I just add like an extra second or 2 of video so that it has a small gap between news, so it's not going too fast for the human eye to do, the human eyes and the human ears to handle. And also what I want to do here is, this is actually footage from the PS3 version, so I want to go down and grab one of my notifications down here and put it right over the top there. Also I want to drag out bar 1 here. I'll explain that later. This usually comes after I've set out everything in the video. And as you can see here, the 360/PS3 version shows up in the top left, just as just as good as it has to be. And down the bottom, Nobunaga's Ambition 10 dude. Yes, that will be changed. I will change that because that's what I usually have to. That's just there as part of the template. I started using that template after that episode, so yes.
Gravity Rush was recently given the Game of the Year award at the Tokyo Game Show. Director Kiichi...
There it is. What I want to do here is... See, this is also a scroll bar, but if you click on the edges and drag them out, it makes the timeline zoom out a bit. Click and drag in, and it does that. Now, what I want to do...
And the Game of the Year award at the Tokyo Game Show. Director Game Show. Director...
There, if I cut it right there... Then right there... Delete this, move this back over here.
Director Kiichiro Toyama...
That couldn't have come out any better. That went brilliantly. That... Yeah, sometimes I am amazed at what I do sometimes. That is just nuts how well I reduced that.
Persona 4 Golden.
Persona 4 Golden. Alright, now it's time to show you this one problem that I have with using sub-HD footage. See, it looks fine, scaled down like that, right? What I want to do is I just want to... If I just go forward here... I'll just cut this out, like getting the clip done already. Because, yeah, you know, boring bits. Let's just move this forward here. See, it looks like it's just fine, doesn't it? Wait until you see what happens when I try and scale it. See, look, if I just, yeah, 1 minute 10, 1 minute 12. Now watch what happens when I scale it. What?
No details.
That's not right.
It's a secret, obviously.
I forgot about that entirely. Wow, I'll come back and fix that.
Persona 4 Golden has received a rough release date for Europe with...
Alright, that's not normal at all. I'm sorry for running that up, but that's just so stupid. Yeah, hold on, I'll get rid of that for one. Let's find those tweets. God, I'm a moron. I'll probably cut in some bit later about the video error that I usually have. Remember how I said that I would come back and show you this bug? Here it is. Let me just go back to the beginning of this clip.
Firmware update 1.81 was released, which fixed some errors with 3G and some downloads, but as expected, VHBL has been blocked once again. The game required to run
look, sometimes this even flickers like an absolute bastard.
From the US store in a...
Like, let's just wait for the media pending to go away, because this is what usually does it. But yeah, usually this just flickers like a bastard. I don't understand why it does it. It's probably only because I'm trying to record my entire screen, but this whole area just down the bottom here, it flickers like a bastard with some other random footage of a clip that's already been played. And if I go to export media again, people may wonder why I don't click use maximum render quality. Because that's the tick setting that actually makes that happen on the actual video. I am not kidding. I do not know why this bug happens, and I've never been able to figure out what to do to avoid it other than not tick that box. Clip 7.
The newest
Sly Cooper. I never played a Sly Cooper game, to be perfectly honest with you. I just, well, actually I did. I played, like, a demo that was included secretly on a PlayStation game. Like, what game was it? Was it, it was one of the Ratchet and Clanks, wasn't it? That was, like, one of the very last games they put in that had a key, that had, like, one of those secret key codes that'd bring up a secret demo. How Crash Bandicoot used to have Spyro the Dragon demos on it, and I miss games that did that. It was always a good way to advertise your game with a secret hidden code, wasn't it? And yeah, that's pretty much it for the first round. Then I have to go through everything again because yeah, I have to adjust the clip levels, for example. I'll speed this up. And that'd be that. Yeah, that's basically what I have to do there. The panel is extended as expected, so now we just get along to the bar editing. The bar editing is also rather boring, so I may decide to speed it up. I'll probably stop if I have anything interesting to say. But the basic idea is that I just come in here and thank you for auto-saving. FIFA 13 released claimed to be copy/paste job by user reviews. See, that shows up. It depends on where your timeline is, where your preview is. So if I go here and then try to edit this bar again, it will come up like this. But if I close it out and go over to somewhere where it's not going to show up that way, it will still show up that way. So it really depends on where your bar is. So let's just duplicate this. And anyway, that's about it. Production went very well this time around. We have everything done, everything done perfectly. So, alright, anyway, yeah, the usual idea now is to go to File, Export Media. And the usual preset I use is a default one. It's H.264 is the format, and down here, YouTube 720p 2997. I don't know why I use that, I just do. Click the output name, weekly update 15. And then I just click export. And get up and get a drink for a few minutes because this usually actually takes a while, and considering I'm recording my entire screen, it will take longer. So I will return in a momento. Anyway, that's it. That's the final product is now officially on my desktop, except I don't show my desktop icons. If I go to properties here, 130 megabytes, that'll take about 23 minutes to upload. Thank you very much for watching this making of video. I am Blue Maxima, and this is me signing off.